welcome to another Speedy Clark production. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a film. We've had a few pauses and gaps in terms of the films, and there's a very good reason for that. Reason is I've been very ill. As you guys will know, I was preparing and building up for the 100 mile time trial, National 100, which didn't go well, to be honest. I suffered in the whole event. I had heart rate issues, I was dehydrated, I was physically sick. I lost about 20 minutes over the last 20 miles almost. And then subsequently I've been exceptional after that from the 7th of July onwards. You can probably still hear my voice and my throat. Suspect glandular fever and just extreme exhaustion. So the interesting thing, when I was riding the 100 mile time trial, even the first 10 miles in, my heart rate wouldn't climb in conjunction with the watts, which would indicate already fatigue. I had been feeling a bit bizarre in my 10 mile time trial performances. I had been very up and down, and I seemed to keep getting sore throats, etc. So long story short, 1 week after doing the 100 mile time trial, I ended up in A&E going straight after work. I'd felt terrible at work. I'd been declining as the week went on. I just put it down to the time trial, to be honest. But I started getting a really sore throat, became like glass. I had rashes all over my body, where I'd got friction burns in my skin suit with the salt, 'cause it was 27 degrees during the race, and with the dehydration and the salt, etc. All my burns became infected round about the groin area and round where the chamois is and the skin suit. And I don't know what happened. I've never had an infection like it, to be honest. And it's now nearly 4 weeks on, and it's only just starting to clear up. So I haven't had any time off work, but basically I've been struggling to get up in the morning. I've been going to work and just coming home and then just lying down like this. I am improving, I am getting better, but effectively I've only ridden the bike twice since the 7th of July, and we're now into the first week of August. And those two rides were an absolute mistake. It's just because I was bored, frustrated. I just wanted to see how I was, paranoid about my form, but ultimately I need to recover completely. So I had blood tests at A&E on Friday the 13th of July of all days. After work, I was actually spent 3 hours in A&E. Didn't think I was getting back out because my throat was so bad. The hospital were very concerned about the throat, my temperature, my blood pressure. They took bloods and they said I had a viral infection shown in the bloods. So I did seem to have a bit of an improvement the following week. Again, still going to work, but just kind of getting by and getting home, eating, and going straight to my bed pretty much and just relaxing. However, I kind of seemed to go up and down in a bit of a roller coaster. Some days I felt really good and felt like I was getting better, and other days I was absolutely shattered. So I got into the doctors just over a week ago. It's really hard to get into the doctors nowadays. It would seem, not that I have to go that often, but I went to A&E simply because I couldn't get to my own GP. So prescribed blood tests, had more blood tests. So Friday this week, I'll go back and we'll do a consultation and we'll see how the bloods are and what's going on. I seem to have lost a bit of weight as well, even though I haven't been training, which is a bit bizarre. So onwards and upwards. So big apologies for the lack of film content, and it has been a bit sporadic, but I've genuinely been really worried about what's going on with my body. I've went from being in real good peak physical condition, especially for my age of 40 years old, a veteran now, doing the record attempt, as you know, this year, Strathpur for 24 hours. It's been a phenomenal year. I've done lots of adventures with my family in the van life, working full time obviously, and all of a sudden, hero to zero effectively, pretty much on my knees, putting on a brave face and just ticking over to get by. still need to pay my bills, so there are some necessary evils that still need to be carried out and performed. So, but my ultimate goal is full recovery. Once I'm fully recovered, and that's get back to training. I have been guilty about coming back to training too soon after illness. I usually do get a little bit sick towards the end of the season, which is usually about October. I can almost predict it like a book, but I've never had anything like this. The last time I was laid up like this was when I first got diagnosed with my heart condition with Parkinson-White syndrome back in August 2005 when I had to go to hospital. That's not an issue, by the way. That's not having any effect. It just seems to be this viral infection, which the symptoms would indicate to be glandular fever. It's not been verified yet, but the doctor reckons that my rashes, my symptoms, the way my throat was, everything is associated with glandular fever, which does kind of clear itself up within about 3 weeks. However, you can be left, feeling very tired and lethargic for some people months. So hoping that's not going to be the case. I will keep you up to date. I am going to do some film content, whether it's training, cycling or not. There's many different things coming, as you know. I'm frustrated. I'm angry and frustrated because I feel like the rest of my season's been written off. I only have 6 weeks left, and then my season's finished because I started in January. So the season for me finishes on the 21st of September. I'm then gonna have a nice family break and then come back and start winter training preparation for Strathpuffer 24-hour mountain bike endurance race in January 2019, and then more events and records which I will divulge and go into more detail near the time. But just now it's just about getting recovered, getting my fitness back, getting back into a good condition, and then planning the rest of this year and next year, which is the ultimate goal, just to make sure I look after myself, keep the nutrition going. I have got a new addition to the family, got an amazing little puppy who's quite bizarrely a cross between Jack Russell and a Shih Tzu, and the Shih Tzu's crossed with another dog, so it's actually 3 crosses. The dog's called Socks, absolutely brilliant dog, so he's going to be coming on the Van Life Adventures. He's now 10 weeks old, and we're going to do some stuff on Socks as well, so awesome. So stay tuned for the Van Life Adventures and general adventures. If I'm feeling up for it, I will do a little bit of mountain biking, and you may be going, oh, what are you doing training? For me, it's just not training. Mountain biking for me is like going for a walk with a dog effectively. I don't have to hammer myself. It's the one thing I can go and do and enjoy in terms of cycling activity. I'm very competitive, but mountain biking, I like the Strathpuffer 24, but again, that's more for fun, and I use it as some base endurance training in January. But I'm not overly concerned on my position and performance within mountain biking. Just about fun, having a laugh, the fresh environment, going through the forests, down the rocks. I absolutely love it. Find it really enjoyable, and I love the mountain bike technology as well. So please look out for the future films. I will get more content coming. I'll update on my progress, but my top tip for today is look after your health and pay attention to warning signs. I'm frustrated with myself because I'm very professional. I do know the warning signs. I do know how to look after my body and what to look out for. And on this occasion, I've just been too busy with getting my time trial condition back after the major endurance events, building on that and cracking on with the rest of the racing season. The little telltale signs I've ignored and just put it down to work-life balance and family life and things, rather than actually listening to the body. So don't do it. Listen to your body, and if you need to rest. Otherwise, this happens. All right. So I need to listen to my own advice, and you guys listen to it too, because it's important. So I'll get on with my recovery and stay tuned. Again, apologies for the break in content. I know this hasn't been ideal, but this has been the reason. I've just been trying to sort my stuff out and get recovered and get better. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you for your patience. Stay tuned.